Hi everyone, I'm Elena and welcome to Makeup Fabulousness. Today, Glamour Doll Eyes is a cruelty-free and vegan company, and I was actually looking through their website, and they do have some pressed shadows, but I wanted to try the loose ones because they are just so much more plentiful. And they give you a lot of neat deals with this, like they'll give you a free color when you order a certain amount. And this was a great way to learn about loose pigments. So one of the requirements is that you need to wear primer when wearing any loose pigment eyeshadow because there is nothing that binds it. So what I'm going to do is put on this Ultra Eye Primer on my arm. I'm sorry, Ulta, not Ultra. And just use it as a base. I'm not going to use anything fancy. And as you can see, it's pretty sheer. And just let that dry for a second. And what's nice about these compared to regular shadows is, well, I guess regular shadows are doing it now too. They're very multi-dimensional for loose pigments. Everything used to be one color. Now it's not really the case. And then I want to show you, these are also popular with glitter. They have a lot of glitter eyeshadows, so they also show you on the website what it's like with glitter primer. So I'm using this NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to put that on my hand. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first color right here is called Expose. Now, as you can see, these are just, you basically just have the shadow. So what I'm going to do is just take a little brush and grab the little part that came on the inside of the cap, and then I'm just going to brush it across. I'm not doing finger swatches with these because you're more likely to use brushes than your finger, so I think it's only right to do a brush swatch. So Exposed is a matte gray, and it seems like it's just very soft. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like with the glitter primer. But I kind of just, one thing about these pigments is that you get only a certain amount, and it's comparable to what you would get in some of these bigger eyeshadow packages. You basically get, I think, 3/4 of a teaspoon. So this is what it looks like on the glitter primer. And it's a great neutral because, as with this color on the site, I wanted to actually get a pressed shadow pan of it. This is called Heedless Heart. That's Heedless Heart. And it's just a gorgeous rose gold blend. So this one, oops, see, this is what happens if you grab too much. It'll just go all over the place. It get very messy. And this is how it looks with the glitter primer. Really, really pretty. Can't tell. It's like a mauve rose gold. It's not a pure rose gold, but it's such a pretty color. I was all on it. So it's interesting to see how these look different than when you see them on the website. Okay, the next color was just too adorable for words. It was called Bunny Heart, and that's the color. Now, I didn't buy these with sifters, so I have to be really careful with them. It just primed, and then here is with the glitter primer. As you can see, it's a little bit more intense. It's funny how that works. The next color is Obscure, and this is a great color for day. It's just a really neutral, I'd say it's like a brownish taupe or taupey brown. It's just very, very pretty. I'm going to switch this because I'm not cleaning the brush off as I'm going. So here's the color on the brush, and when you look at it next to Exposed, you'll see it's more taupe. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more. I'm really finding these pigments, although they're a little bit messy, they really give you good color. And once you have them blended in, They look fantastic. So the only thing is you really have to make sure that you clean out your brushes between colors, and you probably have to use multiple brushes because they do get way into the brushes. This next one is called Carbon Copy, and it's a great color for highlight and brow bone. I'm not really doing these in any particular order, guys, so it's just a really pretty, I guess it would be a peach. Actually, it's more lavender when I put it with the glitter. See that? It's like a real grayish lavender, so it looks really pretty with colors like Obscure and Obsessed. I think those are the two colors. Oh, Obscure and Exposed. And here's with the primer. And you can still see the primer that I put on because there's a slight discoloration on my arm. So it's really interesting to see how much it has. A lot of sparkle and really gives you a soft look, but it's just right here. But it really has a lot of dimension. Okay, time for the blushes. Time for a new brush. One of the colors that I found with the blush, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like perfect for eyeshadow too. It's a taupe color blush, and it's called Skeletina. And I really went for a lot of the blushes because you get so much more product in there, and because these are pigments, they're going to last a lot longer. So Skeletina will work with a lot of my neutrals. Only problem is sometimes it's a little tricky to get them out of there. So it has this little sifter case, which is really nice. And you can see it's just a nice muted thing. Now here it's very light. You can see it would be a great base color. And some of you who are really, really pale could even use it as a highlight. And here's what it looked like with the, right here. See, you can barely even see it on my hand. But it's meant to be a blush, and for some of you who are really pale, you could probably even use it as a light contour, or even an eyeshadow. But I thought that was so pretty, and yeah, right there. It's kind of getting harder to see because I'm running out of room on my hand. The second color was named after Marilyn Monroe. Thought it was equally pretty. It's a real pale pink. I guess I'm not doing it justice by not showing you the color. But when you put these on, it's very hard to see in the brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it for you. This is a very light blush, and I guess I chose the lighter blushes. You see what I mean? It's very hard to see. You learn with these things, I'll tell you. So this would be a great double for an eyeshadow. And it's very iridescent. If you look here, it's just right there. And then with where I have it primed, it's just a beautiful iridescent right here. I think I have to finger swatch this one because just the brush is not doing it any justice. And just blend that. So that's the finger swatch right there. It's like a really pale baby pink. I love the artwork on these. They're all hand drawn, and the lady who makes these, I have to look up her name. I'll probably leave that in the description for you too. She makes these all from scratch, so she makes these by hand, I mean. This next one is probably the darkest blush I got. It's called Ancient Grudge, and this is a multi-purpose highlighter, but it can also double as a blush. So since these are so much lighter and I've used my brush quite a bit, I'm just going to swatch this with my finger. Isn't that the most beautiful color? No, Miss Monroe is blush, but it's so pale. I think it's ideal for a blush topper or for somebody who's really, really has a pale complexion. And then here's Ancient Grudge with the glitter. See, I already got some on my shirt. primer, so it's just right there. And then here it is where I swatched it. So as you can see, these are all very shimmery. Ancient Grudge would be good blended with Heedless Heart if you wanted like a really peachy look, and I just thought they were so pretty. So these are basically about $6 for the eyeshadows, and I think I'll double check I think these are $9.50 for the blushes. But what's nice is you can use these for multi-purpose. It's not just like, okay, you know, you can wear it as a blush, you can wear it as a highlighter, you can wear it as an eyeshadow. So I was really curious about these, and I've learned a lot about loose pigments. So I will be back with a tutorial on this, because there's no reason to swatch and review all this stuff and not show you guys how it works on my face. So you'll have to pardon me for all this dewiness, because it is in the 90s here and the humidity is through the roof. Anyways, that is my little feature with Glamour Doll Eyes. And I want to thank you all for joining me. I'd like to thank all my dedicated subscribers. I really do appreciate your support. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on loose pigment shadows. Have you tried Glamour Doll Eyes? What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite color, or do you prefer pressed shadows? So if you could just let me know in the comments, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, hit like or subscribe. I'd like to thank you all for coming, and just remember, don't let anyone diminish your fabulousness. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.